Hello, everybody. The second task you guys have to do is to make flashcards for yourself. So we are going to make classroom object mnemonic flashcards. Here are your classroom objects. You should have what these mean already in your notes for the homework that was due today. And again, you would have already checked your homework at this point, so you can make sure you know what these things mean. I need you guys to choose 15 of these words minimally to make flashcards. You should do a flashcard for each one in order to help yourself remember words. We're going to need to know them very soon, but it's still your choice. But I do need 15 of these minimum. That is going to be your homework. So this is the list you choose from. Choose whatever 15 are the most difficult for you to remember. If you can easily remember Diccionario's dictionary, don't choose that one. Choose 15 that you need help with, because that is how you're going to remember the words a little better. So what is a mnemonic device? A mnemonic device is a technique that a person can use to help them improve their ability to remember something. It sounds like a nightmare to me to sit there and say, well, we have 35 new words, I just need to know them. So instead of just knowing 35 words or just trying to remember 35 words, we're going to come up with a mnemonic device. So how do you do this? In other words, it's a memory technique to help your brain better encode and recall the important information. So here are 3 types of mnemonic devices. You guys all probably know this one. To remember the colors of a rainbow, people always used to say, Roy G. Biv. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's to help them remember, but whoever came up with it. But that helps you remember red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So this is an acronym. It's an abbreviation to say something to help you remember another something. Another one that you guys could do is a drawing. Here's a drawing of the word ojo. Ojo in Spanish, if you look it up, means eye, O-J-O. Here's a drawing with the word ojo, O-J-O, but we drew in some pupils and a mouth, and now the word ojo looks like a face with the 2 O's being eyes, so I can remember easily ojo means eye. Here's another one, mnemonic device. Well, that's a hard thing to remember, but you know, I came up with one for myself. I always used to forget what they were called, so there it is. Mnemonic device with the word Nemo in it, because Senor Nemo uses this all the time. So that's how I remember it. Nemo uses mnemonic devices. So again, this is what we're going to be using for our flashcards. Here's an example of a first flashcard. The window. Here's a picture of a window. When I click once, the window's going to go away. When I click again, that's going to go away. When I click again, we're going to get a mnemonic device. You can vent a smelly room by opening a window. My hint here is the word vent. So I know vent must have something to do with the Spanish word for window. Click it again and you'll find out. Ah, yes, of course, la ventana, vent, the la ventana. So the Spanish word la ventana, I'm going to remember by venting a smelly room. The clock. I don't know how I'm going to remember this one. Imagine athletes that are in a relay run, passing a clock instead of a baton. Okay. Oh, so we see REL. Or you have a clock that runs on a battery. Unfortunately, you have to reload the battery or the charge every day. RELO, relo. Oh, yeah, of course, El Relo. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to make these cards very quickly. So let me show you how to do this. When you guys first start making this, what I need you to do is you're going to add a picture in the middle. So you're going to add a picture. Let me show you how. We're going to start with duplicating the slide. If you duplicate the slide, you can edit this next one. So, for example, you guys can insert a picture. So I'm going to go to Insert Image. You could search for one. Maybe we can go Book. And then you can choose a book. So now the book is here. So I'm going to put the book in the middle. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to edit this. The book. Cool. The third thing is you're going to move this green thing down and put the Spanish word. The Spanish word for book is el libro. Now all you do is you take the book and you slide the book back over it. Make sure they line up. You can see everything line up with that little crosshairs in the middle. Then you need to move up this yellow one, which has the hint covered. and you need to come up with a hint on your own. So for this one, I might say something along the lines of, make this bigger so you guys can see it, something like, books are at the library. So then maybe I'll be like, oh, this portion right here needs to be bolded and underlined. And now I'm going to move this back down. When everything is said and done, this one's done, no problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to present it. And you now have your new slide. The book. Books are at the library. So it must be something like library, el libro. And again, to make the next one, all you're going to do is duplicate the slide and restart the process with a new set of words. I need you guys to come up with 15 of these. I've given you 3. You should have 15 more of these. And that is your task for your next homework. That way you can very quickly scroll through this and remember words. And it will just be like a remembering thing for you that will make your life a lot easier as you guys are doing this. So that's all for this. Good luck.